take time away from family at times. So I do thank my family for their understanding, and that I do that sometimes at home I am pushing the boundary, probably burning the candle at both ends, and so that's probably a thank you as well.
Wonderful, Sean. Well, congratulations once again. We'll obviously miss you a lot, but we'll keep connected in your role at cricket, and we certainly know where to go to get advice on cricket. So thanks again, and congratulations, Sean. Well done.
Thanks, Rani and SSV, and all the best, and congratulations to all the other recipients. It's very humbling to be involved.
Awesome. Thanks, Sean.
Thanks.
Now, are we going with Debbie team? How have we... Sip Debbie. Awesome. No worries. We'll come back to you, Debbie. No problem. Wonderful. I'd like to have a special guest to help me with the next award, Tony Goodwin. And Tony, I'm actually going to be presenting a special award right now to you. Yes, not part of the script that you were given. So, Tony, I would like to, the award that I'd love to share with you today is the SSV Life Membership Award for your dedication and commitment to School Sport Victoria for many, many years. Tony's the principal at Matoa College, but bear with me, Tony, I've got a bit of a spiel on your commitment and dedication to school sport over many years. You've made a significant contribution to both the Victorian Secondary School Sports Association and School Sport Victoria over your career in education. Your role and responsibilities over this time have included the VSSA Northern Zone Secretary and District Secretary, making significant contribution to lead local school sport. You've also been the head coach, SSV, the boys basketball volunteer role, bringing passion and experience in a sport that you definitely have that basketball experience in. Continuing on, you've been the state convener at both basketball and softball, leading and role modelling for teachers and students at events. You've been the School Sport Australia National Secretary for basketball, a volunteer role bringing passion and experience to the whole country. So you've just expanded your passion and experience to students across Australia, which is amazing. You've been the South West Victoria Black Rangers District Chair and continues to remain in touch and lead local level school sport. You've been the School Sport Victoria board member volunteering to represent in this area, and you are also the board president, which led the board through significant change in its final year in particular. You're also a School Sport Victoria Advisory Committee member, where you've continued to volunteer but also drive the strategy that we're now looking at for the future of school sport. On a personal level, Tony, it's been amazing to work really closely with you in my short time at school sport, but you've certainly, that passion has come through in everything you do, and your commitment to getting the best outcomes for students is certainly at the centre of your heart. In mentioning that role in the board, you've led us through that important change period where we went through a review, and that's ended up with a really clear 10-year strategy for School Sport Victoria to drive opportunities for students and schools into the future. You've been raising public awareness for both the VSSA and SSV in each of these roles described above. As a board member, and more importantly president, you regularly attended events to promote, speak or just advocate for students playing on sports. On many occasions, Tony came and was a guest speaker at some of our opening and closing ceremonies for national championships that we hosted here in Victoria, even official dinners. So taking that time out of your personal time to come and share the importance of school sport has been well recognised. And I guess why we're here today, the School Sport Victoria Awards, are because of Tony's commitment and passion and wanting to recognise those involved. So these awards have really been driven by Tony, and again, another legacy that you'll leave for School Sport Victoria. So it's your vision to acknowledge and celebrate significant achievements by schools, staff and students, and it is my great pleasure to hand over a life membership for School Sport Victoria. Congratulations, Tony.
Wow.
So, Tony, I guess, just maybe a bit of reflection on your career, your commitment, your passion, your dedication to school sport, and obviously connections specifically with School Sport Victoria.
Thank you. I'm humbled. I think the only thing that's ever driven me is about kids playing sport. So this sport association is probably the preeminent junior sporting organisation in Victoria, if not Australia. And the direction it's now going in with the strategic plan, and especially the play component, is just amazing. I was just reflecting with Corey, the principal of Layla Secondary College, about the Moneghetti report, which came out 35 years ago. We're finally getting to it with active schools through ACHPA and Play Me through School Sport Victoria. So it's fantastic. So I'm privileged to be included in a lot of the same category as a lot of people that have, I hope, helped shape School Sport Victoria. So thank you very much.
Thanks, Tony. Now, Tony has a very, very famous catch cry: too much sport is never enough. How have you driven that in your current role in Matoa in regional Victoria? Because I'm sure that sport is central to your community and central to your school.
It's central to my life. Yes, no, we, like everything, our little community has hung its hat on. We chose one sport, we chose volleyball. And I was just saying a minute ago, right now we have 18 kids in our school out of 180 who are representing Horsham and rep volleyball. So we encourage the locals to come into our school. We give them everything for nothing, just in return let the kids play sport. And it's huge. I just can't encourage it, put enough effort into it just to get kids being active. So very important.
Wonderful, Tony. And I suppose in your various roles, you've connected with so many people. You've inspired so many people. Are there any people that you'd like to sort of recognise or shout out in terms of your journey with School Sport Victoria? Or if not, a highlight for your work in School Sport Victoria?
No, but yeah, I'll mention my mother. She's an old phys ed. And I also have two daughters that I'll mention, so I've got to thank them because they're also secondary phys ed. So our family have always been involved in sport and PE and see the value to kids being active. So I think it's a bit of a family thing. So I'll say thanks to my mum.
Always good, Tony. Well, congratulations again. Well deserved, and I guess extreme recognition for your outstanding and varied contribution to school sport at all levels. So congratulations and well done.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I understand that we might have Debbie Wallback on the line. So, Rayoni, I'll see if we've got Debbie available.
I hope so now.
Yes, can hear you loud and clear now, Debbie. Thanks for hanging on the line there. Debbie, you've made a significant contribution over a long period of time now, over 10 years. Where does the energy come from to work so diligently as a School Sport Victoria Division Coordinator?
Well, it's not really all that hard because, like teaching, sport in particular, every time you go out to do a carnival, everyone's a little bit different. And in particular, I think every time you do a carnival, it's either your carnival or someone else's carnival, you're always learning. Whether I'm lucky enough to go to a region activity or a state activity where you can be mentored by people, or then, you pass it on and you're helping the district people. One thing that really motivates me is knowing students that follow the pathway and get to the top. And only last night, Mackenzie Harvey in the Renegades, top scorer was a Murrumbina kid, and he came through the cricket pathway with School Sport Victoria. He won, I think, 2 Blues Awards along his path. So those things mean that we are providing a particularly exciting opportunity for not only him but his family and the kids that see the talent and the pathways that they can do. So it's not hard to stay motivated.
And Debbie, I think you underestimate or perhaps are underselling how much work is involved. We certainly know how much work is involved, but we also know that it's a team effort. And I just wondered if you might have some people that you'd like to thank.
Absolutely. None of these carnivals would come off with the success that we strive for, the sense of fun, enjoyment, Obviously one will go home with a pennant or ribbons, but we want to make sure that this experience is positive for everyone, and that comes down to the person that prepares the team, the person that gets the kids on the swim block, the person at the end of the pool that's getting them out. So the end product of what we present as a School Sport Victoria activity is very much a team effort. So from my point of view, I want to go way, way back when Eric Elbers was the zone officer and blessed me to sort of come up through the ranks and mentored me, and Ron Cantlin at Oakley South Primary School who's supported me, Jeremy Taylor, the regional convener, who's been a fantastic resource and supporter for me, and Rick Thompson and the SSV network. As I said, when you go to SSV activities, it's a fantastic professional development. You might be going along as an athletics official or a swimming helper, but you're really dropped right in the quality competition, and you're always learning. So I really thank School Sport Victoria for what have been many opportunities, and as I continue to learn by participating in those. So I look forward to 2022 being uninterrupted, and we do get all those pathways ticked off, because term one this year had so much joy and excitement because we actually looked like getting through everything before we got stomped on. So I thank everyone for their contribution that makes this all possible.
Well done, Debbie. You're a significant part of the School Sport Victoria family, and congratulations on your award this year as the Division Coordinator of the Year.
Thank you, and thank you to everyone that's made it possible. Cheers.
I'm now going to hand back to Rayoni Nelson to continue our awards.
Thanks, Ian. We're now moving on to some Team Vic awards. Team Vic is our state representative program, and I'm really pleased that our next award is the Team Vic Volunteer of the Year award, and this award is being awarded to Brett Rolfe. Now, Brett is a very positive and approachable person, especially when it comes to helping others. Brett is always first to put his hand up to volunteer, no matter the position, and has been doing so for 18 years. Brett has a tremendous relationship with all coaches. He always gives back positive advice to help coaches and players achieve their best result. Brett is willing to help out by demonstrating a drill or helping talk to a group of players who encourage them to do the best that they can. He is always pushing himself and others to better themselves. Congratulations, Brett. Congratulations, Brett. You've given an amazing amount of time to the Team Vic program, and you've had many roles. What has been your favourite role at Team Vic?
Well, thank you very much for the kind words to start with. But look, 15 years as the head coach of the School Sports Victoria basketball selection camp has been a great highlight, and watching many young athletes go through. Some have gone on, such as Ben Simmons, Josh Giddy, and Dante Exton have gone through the NBA, which is great. But one of the main positives to it was the friendships I've made, and having some of my family involved in it as well, which has been great.
Wonderful, Brett. And in terms of others that we'd like to thank as part of your award, and I guess who have supported you through those various roles that you had at Team Vic, is there anyone you'd love to give a shout out to?
Oh, there's a couple of people. I guess I don't do this very often, but I better thank my wife, Lisa, who's been a team manager for a long time with the school's 12 and under basketball teams, and certainly Grant Wallace and Karen Pearce and Sheena Atkins who have been with Basketball Victoria, and certainly Brett Dyson and Janetta from School Sports Victoria have been a great assistance and very appreciative of their support. But it's a privilege being a part of this program for so long.
Wonderful, Brett. And any key highlights for you that stick in your mind around your Team Vic experience?
Well, I've been lucky enough to assist Peter Fleming, and I should have thanked him as well. On a couple of trips away. But the highlight is just watching the athletes develop and how they enjoy it. It's not just about the 10 players who make the team or the emerge. It's about the whole 64 boys and 64 girls, and I've got to make sure it's an experience for them and see if it helps them move on or still be involved in basketball and love the sport for a long time.
Wonderful, Brett. Well, congratulations once again. You've made a significant contribution. I'm sure there's many students that have gone on in their career in their sport because of you. So well done. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. No worries. So our next award is, keeping with the Team Vic program, is the Coach of the Year. And I'm very pleased to announce that the award winner is Stephanie Norton from Caulfield Grammar School. Stephanie has been a leader in tailoring the new conference model for trials that we've been running with the Team Vic program, which gives the students more opportunities on and off the court to showcase their skills, ensuring a high quality program so that many of the students and parents who even aren't selected in the final team are sending us positive messages about how much they've enjoyed the trials and the knowledge and skills that they've shared, that she's shared with them. In 2021, she demonstrated amazing resilience, persisting with the 12 and under netball trials, which until the team was selected only a week ago. This involved postponing and rescheduling at least 4 times during lockdowns. She stayed in touch with the trialists during this whole period, offering them the opportunity for them to participate in online training and while they waited. Stephanie's focused her trials and training plans on skill development and teamwork, whilst creating an enjoyable environment, ensuring players know when it's time to have fun and when it's time to focus at the task at hand. Congratulations to Stephanie. Well done, Stephanie. You've been an amazing part of the Team Vic program for a while, and I guess you've been a volunteer for Team Vic before becoming a coach. What is it about Team Vic that makes you so passionate and committed in this space?
The opportunity to work with these young athletes who love the sport and want to excel further, it's a great opportunity to be a small part of their journey.
Wonderful. And I guess, look, we've highlighted that this year was quite challenging for the team that you've been coaching, but how did you keep the girls motivated during particularly that sort of stop-start period? You've done an amazing job to keep them engaged, and obviously wonderful that the team was announced and selected.
Yeah, we did, we started trials, we got locked down, we tried to refinish the trials. So it was, on and off for the athletes, and for us, we just make sure we provide them some online training opportunities, sent them resources from Netball Victoria, and just tried to keep engaged throughout that time and, really encourage. And then thankfully we were able to run trials last Wednesday and announce a team.
Wonderful. And is there anyone that you'd like to thank in supporting you in your role as the coach?
Yeah, definitely. Look, Ian and Janetta have been a huge help from SSV. They're always supportive, always happy to help. And also the coaches and team managers I've worked with in Kate, Janelle, Fiona and Lauren, always supportive and always helpful throughout the journey.
Wonderful. And is there anything that really sticks in your mind for this year? It's been a tough year for the team, but is there anything that sort of really sticks in your mind as something amazing?
Yeah, look, I think in all sports, the opportunity to play this year for all athletes and students who were successfully making a team or not, after such a 2020 year where we didn't get the opportunity to play a lot of sport, it was fantastic to see so many students out there trialling for these teams and just that passion they show for their sport.
Wonderful. Well, congratulations, Stephanie. Well deserved, and well done on your role as coach this year. Well done.
Thank you so much.
I'll now hand back to Ian.
Thanks, Rayoni. Our next award, and I'm very proud of these awards as the Team Vic National Programs Manager, is our Team Vic Manager of the Year. And our Team Vic Manager of the Year is Taryn Richardson. Taryn has a real passion for student leadership initiatives and has been to many School Sport Australia events and given her time for all trials and training across 3 different Team Vic teams each year. Her attention to time management, emphasis on communication and cooperation, development of trusting relationships and with students and families, strengthen individual responsibility and respect for the values of School Sport Victoria and School Sport Australia. The baseball team was selected, and Taryn's positive influence to the team during the time when the championships were cancelled in 2021 was inspiring. Taryn kept connected with selected team members during postponements, cancellations and taking on new initiatives that were being offered by School Sport Victoria. Congratulations, Taryn. Taryn, you're a highly qualified coach of your own.
Kept connected with selected.
Tell me, what do you like about being a team manager of this particular baseball team?
Team manager, I think the main thing is that I get the chance to, it's a labour of love, baseball for me, softball and baseball, and and getting the chance as an educator, getting the chance to merge my two passions, which is sport and teaching, is probably it's a life stream really. So I'd say that's one of the major things that I like the most. And getting to see, some happy faces, the guys develop so quickly, going through the whole process and watching athletes achieve their goals. A lot of our state baseballers go on to college ball. So that's really important to have those pathways, and I think Sporting Schools Victoria offers is able to give those students those opportunities to further develop and get into those pathways of education through baseball and America.
And Taran, we weren't able to offer the championships this year, but we still ran trials, we still selected a team, we still played a game, in fact.
So
that was pretty exciting.
It was really great, actually. We got to play against the Peter Giles Academy. We also, in the midst of COVID and all the things that were going around, we actually developed a relationship. So School Sports Victoria, yourself, Ian, and Janetta got together, and we've now got a relationship with Victorian Institute of Sport, which we'd like to keep going. And we ended up having like a branding session with them, athlete branding session, where the kids got to, break out into breakout rooms online. And they developed some real it was about high performance and a high performance education program where they got to learn some valuable skills to get ready for, when they advance their career and go on further with their baseball.
We're obviously really proud of the fact that we've been able to present a program this year, but we can't do it without you, and we congratulate you on being Team Manager of the Year. Is there anyone that you'd like to thank?
There's a lot of people I'd love to thank. You yourself, Ian, obviously. You and Janetta have been like big, massive rocks. Obviously, I have to thank my husband, because without him being that home support and helping with the kids and things like that, I'd never be able to get out there. Definitely want to thank my existing school at the moment, Amadeo in particular, principal of McClellan College, for letting me take on these opportunities and be able to spend some time with sporting schools. It means a lot to me, and it means, I feel that I really make a difference in young people's lives by being able to work with these young boys to develop in baseball, and I think people sometimes don't realise, but success in sports, especially this day and age, really does help young people's mental health. It gives them an outlet. It really is, it just gives them that opportunity to grow and succeed and be a better person. I do want to thank those people around me, and definitely the coaches. Without the coaches, like Artie and Bill have been nothing but warming. The boys are fantastic in the team, and I really do, good luck with your future boys. So that's pretty much, I think I've thanked everyone that I need to. Definitely Hampton Park Primary as well, in my earlier stages of sporting schools. So a big thank you to Liz Davey over there as well.
Congratulations again, Taran, Team Vic Manager of the Year. Well done.
Thanks, Ian.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now move to the Team Vic Team of the Year. And the Team Vic Team of the Year is the Team Vic Netball 15 years and under girls team. The team the team award is going to be accepted by the head coach today, Sarah Hogan. But let's just have a little bit of a look at what it is that the team achieved. So this team has ducked and weaved all year, selected early, as much as the team officials planned and replanned and added potential opportunities. The experience that was provided to the 15 years girls was impacted by COVID. They had an initial training session, which then changed direction twice. They squeezed in a face-to-face session, a Zoom session, and then an education session about the Victorian Netball League. Sarah, the coach, took requests from players as to which clubs they would like to have a training opportunity at. And she liaised with each club and was ready to pass on the names and dates to the players, and then they were COVID shut down again. They pressed on with a couple of Zoom trainings, including a bit of dance to start the warm-up in one session. The feedback from the team was they really had fun and enjoyed the connection. The team officials organised Eloise Southby to do a wellbeing session after the team's fitness and ball work. And then they took part in a VIS education session where Liz Watson, the recently named captain of the Diamonds, joined them online. And just when it looked like they would do a dress presentation in person, another lockdown forced them into a virtual extravaganza. Watching the virtual dress presentation showed how connected this group had become, so comfortable in each other's company, which was testament to the leadership of the team officials and the resilience of the team members. Sarah, congratulations on behalf of the 15 and under netball team this year. Tell me, they've risen to the challenge in 2021. What do you put that down to?
I just think there's great character amongst the netball community, and these girls in particular were committed to helping us get a program up and running as well. And so it was great that we were able to get through selections and management around changing selection dates and things like that. And that was well supported by, Janelle Graham with all of the team manager work, and also obviously Kira, the assistant coach. So the management behind the scenes and the flexibility from our venues was also wonderful, but obviously that doesn't really mean anything without the people involved in it. So the girls just demonstrated great character throughout.
I totally agree. And since you're accepting on behalf of all of our students and officials, is there anyone that you would like to thank?
Obviously, would love to thank School Sport Victoria. Again, just being able to provide opportunity for these young girls, particularly given the year before, we thought it was super important for a program to still run. So yourself in particular, Janetta was amazing. The information behind the scenes from her, and anything we kind of asked for, she just jumped at it straight away. And then obviously Kira and Janelle as an officials group were just so flexible. If we had to change a training or pivot to online, and they were just really able to adapt to that. But obviously also everyone that trialled, and along with their parents and support staff throughout that as well.
Great, thank you Sarah, and thanks for representing the team this afternoon, and congratulations to you and the other team officials and the team on being named Team Vic Team of the Year.
Thank you very much, Ian.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to move on to the next award, and I'm going to invite our newest Life member to come forward and make a further Life member presentation.
Thank you, Ian. Ron, can you come and join me, please? Thank you. You've got to stand on the X. It's one of the things about school sport is that there are a whole lot of unsung heroes, and Ron's one of those. Can I please read his citation? Since he started teaching in 1974, just last week, Rod has now been a person that you would just love to have in your school or district or division because of his commitment to giving students of all abilities the opportunity to participate in a wide range of sporting activities. Whatever stage his students progress to, he instilled a feeling of pride and satisfaction that they did as well as they could. On many occasions, Ocean Grove Primary School teams progressed through to the state finals. As well as his coaching his students, he spent thousands of hours organising events, working as an official at hundreds of SSV and VPSSA events, mentoring other teachers and actively involving himself in the SSV and VPSSA events, initiatives and committees. Not long after taking up a teaching position in the area, Rod was one of a group of 3 PE teachers that instigated the start of the VPSSA activities being conducted in the Geelong area. Since 1980, Rod has played a significant role in the growth of the number of students participating and ensuring all activities are conducted at an exemplary level. For every event, Rod was always one of the first to get there to help set up, and he never left until everything else was packed up. During the past 40 years, there have been many sport coordinators who have worked in Geelong and Bellarine Peninsula area who know Rod personally or by reputation, or met him through many of the SSV and PSSA events. After retirement at the end of 2020, he remained involved at schools in school sport and SSV activities through volunteering and helping wherever he can. And he was just telling me about a couple of those events a minute ago. He's a person who shuns the limelight, never looks for recognition, prefers to remain in the background and deflects the praise given to him. It's simple, in simple terms, and commonly thought of as a legend and thoroughly deserved. This recognition is for 47 years of school sport. Congratulations, Rod. Can I ask you, I'll get you to answer a couple of questions, then you might have a couple of thank yous. When you reflect on your time with the VPSSA and school sport, was there a highlight that stands out?
I think starting up the Bowen Zone in 1980, group has got together, and just to see where it's travelled to now, it's amazing. You know, schools winning state championships and the participation of all the schools. There's 120 odd schools and 16 districts in the zone. That was great. Just meeting people at various events and different district events. That's a highlight to me, and I can still go back and remember. You know, people like Mike Murray, Mark Luke, John McConville, Ken Wingjan, Rick Bruce, those sort of names. So that was a highlight. And even the highlights were being at the state championships at Olympic Park for the athletics, the cross countries, swimming sports, those sort of things. They're the things that I remember.
Fantastic. And I'm sure you might have a couple of people that you would like to say a couple of thank yous about.
I'd first of all like to thank my wife Marie for all the support she's been, the rest of my family, to people like Ken McCallum, the principals in the Bowen area who became zone officers, Bill McCann, Bob Bowker, Doug Ilsey, who's presently doing it. They're just the people I really respect, and they've got, you know, skill sport at heart. To the teachers that I've worked with over the years and all the students that I've taught, it's just amazing, some of the people that have gone on and achieved state championships or represented their state. It's just amazing.
I think you forget that behind every champion is a group of people that make it happen, and you're obviously one of those. So congratulations again, Ron. Very much a legend in your own lunchbox, so much appreciated. Well done. Can I hand back to Rioni, please?
Thank you, Tony, and well done, Rod. That's amazing recognition of your outstanding work in school sport. The last formal award in terms of presentations before we head to some service awards is the SSV Sports School of the Year. And I'm really proud and pleased to introduce Corey Jewell and Kiralee Radford. So Corey's the principal and Kiralee's the sport coordinator at Laylaw Secondary College. And it's amazing that we've been here at Laylaw Secondary College presenting these awards. So thank you for having us, and congratulations on being the SSV Sports School of the Year. Now, I've got a bit of an outline of what the school has done, and I really appreciate if you could bear with me as we go through some of the significant work that the school has done in school sport. So Laylaw Secondary College have allowed more than one team to go out for each sport where the division was able to accommodate it, as well as using students as coaches and officials where possible during lockdown, really emphasising that participation. They hold intra-school sport events with Year 7 sports classes and encourage more students to try out for teams and build sports skills. Staff engage with students for Friday soccer at lunchtime. I'm sure that's a big hit. And various other competitions throughout the year, including staff versus student matches. The school encourages students to participate by offering all individual and team sports available within the division, which is amazing, and a number of non-traditional inter-school sports such as golf, lawn bowls, futsal and rugby league. A really great variety that you're offering the students. Laylaw Secondary College holds a multi-age basketball competition and a Year 7 and 8 multi-sports competitions where students are encouraged to compete for their house. Students who participate in inter-school sport are eligible for sports awards at the end of each semester, with up to 4 students per year receiving awards throughout the year. By providing students with lunchtime training sessions, they are prepared for SSV competition, really giving them the best opportunity to have a positive experience. This is including having older students as coaches for younger teams and using local club coaches for volleyball and tennis, developing those community partnerships. During lockdown, Laylaw Secondary College have promoted physical activity to keep students fit by engaging personal trainers to run sessions 5 days a week for 4 weeks and using Strava Club to promote engagement and competition amongst students and staff. They've encouraged students to participate in virtual cross-country and virtual track and field, motivating students with guest speakers including Anthony Koutafidis and an online visit from an Olympian in 2021. The students feel pride as they don the team's uniform provided for each competition. And it's been amazing being here at the Laylaw Secondary College, seeing the action on the basketball court and also on the tennis courts and soccer courts outside. But I would love to hand over to Corey and Kiralee. Congratulations on being School of the Year.
Thank you so much. We're really proud to receive this award, and thank you to School Sport Victoria for recognising us. I'd like to thank all of our staff and students who have participated in sport this year, and it's been really good that we've had so many people who have stepped up and volunteered to help take out sports teams, to supervise lunchtime sessions, and also to our students who have been coaching as well. It's just absolutely fantastic to see the leadership opportunities that they take on, and so many of them wanting to participate as well.
Wonderful. And Kiralee, I guess in terms of your role, it's been integral to engaging students in the range of the sports we've mentioned. Who's the team behind working with you to really drive the school sport program?
So we do have the majority of the PE department who are all involved, but we also have other staff as well who get involved in sports that they're passionate about, and they come and take on coaching roles as well as supervising throughout lunchtimes. And of course our students as well, who will actually run programs as well for us as well.
Wonderful, Kiralee. And I guess, Corey, from your perspective, it really takes strong leadership from the principal to really embed school sport and physical activity in the school. From your perspective, why is that so important for the students in your school?
Being very generous there, Leonie. We all know that it really falls down to the PE faculty generally that really assist and lead the program. As an ex-phys editor, I think I always know the value of community sport and in school sport and what that does for our students, and in particular with lockdown. I know I'm proud that the team, as we come out of lockdown, have looked for every opportunity that they could to engage the kids back into physical activity. So it's something that we're really proud of, and something that, as a leadership group within the school, something that I think is quite important to support.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations once again, SSV School of the Year. It's an amazing achievement and a great recognition of the work you've been doing with the students and all the sport opportunities that you've been providing. So congratulations. Well done.
So, Rayoni, that is the last of our awards this afternoon, and we're just looking to wrap up our awards with advertising of the fact that the SSV Award nominations are already open to begin recognising people for 2022. If there's somebody out in your school that is doing some amazing work, then jump on the SSV website and click on the awards tab and make your nomination for our 2022 awards. I want to thank you for joining us online and thank the staff and students of Laylaw Secondary College. It's been great to be broadcasting this event live from the SSV School of the Year. Thanks, Rayoni, for your work on delivering these awards.
Thanks, Ian. Great
and
teamwork.
as we say goodbye, we'd like you to please enjoy the video to follow, which acknowledges all of our 10-year service awards, all of our 20-year service awards, and all of our recognition award winners for 2021.